Hey, what's going on guys? Ace Trainer John here. And earlier this morning, Bungie released a trailer going over the brand new exotics coming in Beyond Light. But before we jump into things, I ask that if you like to keep up to date on all Destiny 2 news, information, and leaks, go ahead and subscribe. But anyways, let's play the trailer real quick.
Time, Guardian! Crush them! Triple down! Relax, Guardian! You're scaring them!
Alright, since you've now seen the trailer, we're actually going to go over to Bungie's website, where they actually end up breaking down each of the exotic weapons and armor. Starting off, we have No Time to Explain. On the website, it states that the precision hits and hits against enemies affected by stasis will return all the bullets to the magazine. And if you're not familiar with No Time to Explain from Destiny 1, either you haven't played Destiny 1 or you just haven't played Destiny 1 in a long time, this was exactly what it did in Destiny 1. That is, returning precision hits back to the magazine. Actually, here on the website, it actually states that No Time to Explain actually has another ability. It states that stacking this effect to summon a portal, which will fire bullets from an alternate timeline of the weapon. So basically what it's saying is, you get precision hits and returns the bullets back to the magazine, and after a while, a little Arc Soul-like companion will appear beside you and will start killing enemies. And overall, this sounds pretty good, and makes me wonder what the catalyst is going to be for this weapon. Next up, we have an exotic sniper rifle called Cloud Strike. Basically, how this sniper rifle works is you get precision final blows to generate lightning bolts at the target location. And if you get some rapid precision shots, it will summon an entire storm at the point of impact. And honestly, this sounds like a weird sort of Frankenstein combination of the sniper from Destiny 1 Hereafter and the other sniper from Destiny 1, Zen Meteor, along with getting it the ability of Thunderlord. And honestly, with it requiring precision hits, I don't know how useful this is actually going to be. Because one of the main reasons Hereafter Zen Meteor was never used is because with Hereafter, you needed a precision hit in order to get the blinding effect to work, and with Zen Meteor, you need to get rapid precision hits in order to get that 5th explosive shot. And with them being special weapons in Destiny 1, it just never felt like it was worth it to use as an exotic. Next up, we have an exotic sword called the Lament. It states that blocking with the sword will rev the blade, and then you can shred through shielded enemies, and at its peak, damaging an enemy will actually heal the wielder. And this sword has the potential to be very interesting. If the healing effect and the shield ripping effect, if they end up being strong enough, this could actually be extremely useful in endgame content. Also, it sounds and looks hella cool. And the final exotic weapon they showed today was the exotic grenade launcher, Salvation's Grip. And basically how this grenade launcher will work is when you fire a projectile, it'll create a stasis crystal that will freeze all targets nearby. And if you want to, you can actually charge up the shot to increase the amount of crystals that are created and the freeze radius. And now we move on to exotic armor. First up, we have Titan gauntlets called Icefall Mantle. And basically what these gauntlets do is they make it so instead of putting up your Titan barricade, you'll actually absorb your Titan barricade and it'll give you a special overshield. And so that sounds pretty interesting for shotgun rushers in PvP. Next up, we have an exotic Titan helmet called Precious Scars. And how this helmet will work is it basically when you get revived as a Titan with this helmet on, you'll actually gain an overshield aura that will protect not only you, but your nearby allies. And at least from what we can see from the trailer, this appears to be a similar effect to the one Iron Lord artifact from Destiny 1, which gave you super, except in this case, it'll be giving you an overshield. Next up, we have an exotic hunter helmet called Mask of Bacchus. Now basically what this exotic hunter helmet will do is instead of dodging, you'll actually teleport, kind of like in a blink type fashion, except on the ground. So this will actually change up PvP quite a bit. Next up, we have some exotic hunter gauntlets called Arthrice's Embrace. Now I'll admit this exotic's a little bit boring, but basically how it's going to work is it's going to make the weighted hunter knife melee ability, it'll gain a second ricochet. It also states that rapid precision hits gain a damage bonus and can temporarily stagger enemies, but they're very vague on the wording of this, so I don't know if this is specifically to the melee ability or if this can affect guns too. I just don't know, they're very vague with the wording here. Next up, we have an exotic warlock helmet called Dawn Chorus. And basically what this will do is it will make the Warlock's Daybreak super projectiles. It'll make it so they deal extra damage and cause enemies to burn. You also gain extra melee energy each time the burn damages a target. And honestly, if this ends up giving Dawnblade enough extra damage, this could actually turn Dawnblade into a decent DPS super. And for the final exotic, we actually have some exotic Warlock gauntlets called Necrotic Grip. And basically how this will work is each time you hit an enemy with a melee attack, it will corrupt them. And this corruption will cause damage over time in a similar fashion to Thorn. Now if you actually end up defeating the corrupted enemy, this will actually spread the corruption to all nearby targets, and it will restore melee energy. And if this ends up having infinite chain ability, this could actually be a pretty damn good ad clear exotic. Something else I'd like to bring up that I actually didn't notice till mid recording this audio was that actually they showed off what No Time to Explain's Catalyst will actually do. And apparently what it's going to do is it going to make the little Arc Soul buddy that you get that will shoot enemies for you. It apparently will speed up that little Arc Soul buddy. Now something else that I also would like to mention is that there is no showing of Hawkmoon at all. And if you don't know already, Bungie actually came out a while ago during a charity livestream confirming that Hawkmoon was indeed coming in Beyond Light. And this sort of poses the question of if Hawkmoon isn't here, then is it a seasonal exotic? And yes, as a little reminder there, we still have a whole ass season attached to this expansion. I mean, there's even more exotics to come in the future. And one last little thing to note here is that today actually confirmed a lot of Wishy Lux leaks. If I had to be completely honest, I 100% believe anything he says now. And I'm not going to get into it this video because there's so many leaks, but this ended up confirming a lot of his leaks. And I'm talking, these are leaks that he did all the way back in August. But anyways, that's another video for another time. Anyways, this was Acer and John. If you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, that helps out the video a lot. And I'll see ya in the next one. Peace.